I was listening to a podcast that a friend of mine was on a couple days ago, and I've talked about this before, but there are actually people openly advocating for Christian witchcraft.
Really?
And they ran a
Wow.
they ran a segment of a particular one of them, doesn't matter who it was because it's heresy. But anyway, they ran a segment of this guy, and he was talking about how he loves Jesus and the scripture, and that, these are just
Mm.
pathways to higher knowledge. It was sobering to see that. I've seen other things like it in my own research, but I generally try to stay pretty far away from it. I look at it enough to be educated and informed, but I don't really go deeper with it because it's wrong. And, there
Yeah.
are actually standards in the household of God of right and wrong. And that seems to be totally missing from our current conversation about, well, pick
Mm.
anything you want, from whether, pot is okay for Christians to yoga to homosexual marriage. I mean, there's just all these things that, what is a Christian? We don't get to make this up as we go along. There are standards, and they've been in place
Yeah.
for a long time, and God wrote them down in a book before there was ever an institution of the church, as people like to say, corrupt it or twist it or use it as a vehicle of
Mm.
white
Mm.
supremacy and domination.